Why do spouses come and join their husbands or their partners? I think they want to be together. This is, of course, one of the main reasons that they want to come is because they have a relationship that's really important to both of them. So means someone has to give up some of their world in order to have them be together. So they want to support that person who's doing the academic work here and the research. They want to help them to go on their way in a constructive way, and so they decide to take the jump and into the void and see what's going to be there for them and how they can do that.
My first feeling about the country was that I felt overwhelmed, and I also felt very impressed by the country. I felt overwhelmed because I found that everything was larger than life. Cars were bigger, appliances were bigger, and I also found that it was very fast-paced. People spoke faster and they drove like crazy on the freeways. The other interesting thing was that when I looked at the community, I saw that there was a culture where there were rules and systems, and that people actually adhered to those rules and systems, and with the result is you have a very efficient running community.
My first month in California, I was pregnant and I had nothing to do more after my work in Berlin. I was very free and I enjoy all my life. My husband cared me and he showed me California. Yeah. We are visiting Monterey. And I love sushi very much. He bought me a sushi every day. And I like it very much. And I enjoyed this everything.
At the beginning, I was so much discovering everything here on campus, outside, the landscape, the people, the culture, my friends from Japan, from Mexico. It's so exotic and unusual to have Japanese friends or Mexican friends when you're from France, The way I was doing is that I was emailing a lot of friends. I was just doing a collective email to all of them to tell them what I was doing, what I was seeing, how beautiful it was here, and I was making great friends, and I just wanted to let my family and my friends know about it. I was very new to this country. Fortunately, I spoke the language, but it was my first time to this country, and although the people look like you, like European people, it's a different country, it's a different culture. People, when they talk to you, they don't expect the same things, or, well, there are kind of unsaid codes that are different. And I think I used all these 6 months to get used to the culture, to meet people.
I like Palo Alto very much. It has a lot of nature. They have a lot of creatures that we don't have in Japan. For example, there are many birds like blue jays, woodpeckers, hummingbirds. We don't have hummingbirds in Japan. And gray heron around us. I thought it is a very good place to live with young children. There are a lot of parks, and the friends are very friendly, and they are used to being friends with foreign people. It is a very international place here. The circumstance is much better than in Japan, because we don't have so wide street or so many trees. Also, the sky is very wide here. In Japan, we don't have so wide one because we have a lot of buildings, so we can't see a wide sky. But here we can see a blue wide sky, and it's wonderful. I like it.
Some of the cultural differences that people notice here, I think, would include just the different ways in which people relate to each other. From in the grocery store, sometimes people are very surprised when the person behind the cash register says to them, "How are you today?" And they think, "Why are you asking me that? I don't know this person. This is an intrusive question." So they have to adjust, and then they realize that, okay, it's just a friendly, the person is not being rude or aggressive. They're just trying to have a pleasant experience as you go through, and that it's okay to just say, "I'm fine, how are you?" So I think the friendliness that people have often surprises people because they're not sure what it means when a stranger is friendly to them.
The difference between America and Japan, of course, we have different language and culture, and customs are very different. For example, American students are very good at explaining their feelings or their mind, and we are not so good at talking. So we have to learn about that.
In South Africa, we speak British English, and whereas in America, there's American English. Also in South Africa, we drive on the left-hand side of the road, and the steering wheel is on the right-hand side of the car.
I think what I think better here, or what I like better, this weather is sunny. Yeah, I love it. And in Berlin it's not so much sunny, and I love it very much.
Then I think finally also, when you go to restaurants, the food portions are a lot bigger than they are back home in South Africa.
When women first come here and experience a whole new country and a new language and a confusing new system and so on, I think different people have different reactions, but it can be a little bit overwhelming to adjust to a new place and to figure out how will you make your way in this new setting.
It was very difficult. My job was perfect for me, and I loved my job. And I played concert in the best orchestra in Germany, I think. And then, I should be park my everything. It was a dream to have job in Berlin, and now it's dream to have family. But maybe I can play more concerts with orchestra, or more work if I have good babysitter.
Two daughters. One is Hinako, 5 years old, and the other is Haruko, 3 years old. Because they are Japanese, it's very important to establish their identity as Japanese. So I want them to learn Japanese culture and Japanese things. We use Skype every day to speak with their grandparents in Japan, and so they can talk about their schools, or they can show them their crafts they made on that day, and in turn their grandparents can teach them Japanese characters, Japanese languages, Japanese literature, and Japanese classic songs.
Our parents are missing us very much, I think, but they know that it's a good experience for us, and it's necessary to live with family, so they can understand our situation. Well, actually, they don't use video, so they can see our children's face, but we can't see their face. So I think it's good, because if we see their face, we know that they are getting older. And sometimes it's sad, but